Alright, this is special note-taking on the ANASTASIS series, and I'm still with my baby. And Zavine, actually the whole clan is here. Is that? So that's just the deal. So I'm looking. Come on, my love, up, boy. Okay, okay. I have a dilemma because I just counted 60 uploads, okay, and maybe some of them are repeated, but 60 uploads on the series so far that I'm supposed to upload the new one entitled Anastasis, which means resurrection. Okay, either anastami or anastasis, which anastami is the verb form, anastasis is the noun form. It's just like skene and, for example, eskenosin, like that, tent, or he tabernacled among us. It's just, it's two different forms like that, meaning two different forms. There's a lot of forms, but two different forms, meaning a noun form and a verb form like that. That's what I'm talking about. But this is if it wasn't so holy, this is ridiculous. It's just on my part. The ridiculousness is on my part that I uploaded so many, and the problem is I uploaded without the titles. So I'm gonna have to go back on all of these 60 uploads and put titles on them, and I began to just put anastasis in full Greek. But it would have helped me if I would have put anastasis plus the book and the chapter, and I think since it's not helping me any, right? I'm not talking about the series. I'm talking about the way I uploaded it without the titles. Well, it's not going to help anybody either. It's going to have to help somebody by me putting anastasis and the book and the verse first, so that way people can find it. I don't like videos that when people have like the name of the series, but they don't have, you know what I mean, and they don't have like what's the video about. That's not helpful, so I want to avoid that. So I'm kind of glad this is happening to me, so it won't happen to my viewers, So I mean, if it says anastasis and it has to do with 2 Corinthians chapter 4, well then that's what I'm going to put, so that way everybody can find it, and maybe 2 Corinthians 4 part 1, and then 2 Corinthians 4 part 2, so that way people can know. But this is really something. I don't know. I could do the first few and see, what's the deal here. By just punching it in and see what's the verse. And let me see. I could do just a real quick thing, quick peek. I think it's recording now. Hi, my love. My baby. Baby's with me, and that's just the deal. The Anastasis series. That's easy. That has to do with Mark 8. So, for example, I'm gonna go like here. So this has to do with Mark 8 through 10. All the verses that have to do with, this is a series that has to do with all the verses that have to do with Jesus' bodily resurrection, and only that has to do with Jesus. It just can't say resurrection. It has to have a prophecy or something mentioned about Jesus being raised, or him raising himself. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta go to the YouTube editor. Okay, and since the first one, the first one says Mark 8, and I'm gonna have to do this 60 times. And there's more videos. I did like about 80 or 90 or 100 of these studies so far, because there's so many verses I have to do with the bodily resurrection of Jesus. This is really an incredible amount of riches that we have, as a church, So there's no excuse for not knowing these. And I get into the full Greek construction of it, but let's start just doing one here, an example or a couple. So people are going to see, the full Greek is not going to help anybody, right? Right off the bat. They want to know the name of the series and the book. because we're Christian people, we want the book. You know what I'm saying? So I could put MK8. Let me see, where's the 8 over here? 8. A, and then I wish I could have like a hyphen, like, you know what I mean, like a dash. I don't seem to find it anywhere sometimes. Is that it right there? Let me see. What's that? What's that sign? Let me see. So, yeah, I could use that. Okay, I could use that. Whatever it is, I could use it, either a minus sign or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. So, I don't want to do that. Let me see. Let me get that out of the way. That's the recorder. So what I could have here, so people could find it easily, you know. Oh, that's Mark chapter. Okay, Mark chapter already. I already saw that. Somebody could say, oh, let me go to Luke chapter 24, verse 39. You know, which is very important. So Anastasis. Okay, Mark. Everybody know this. MK has to do with Mark. Okay, and I could put Angelo later and all this stuff. You know, that's just for now. You know. And if I do, let's say 10 a day. In 1 month, I could do 300. Now, I don't have 300 studies so far, so, you know. I can even do 5 a day. 5 times 30 is 150. I don't even need that. So you know. So, you're not going to see it now, but, like, if you're a viewer, you're going to see more of a fuller title than what I'm seeing now, you know. So, I mean, if you poke the bear, let me see over here. You see? Okay, so put edit, because I'm the editor, so I mean, you know, you don't see, you know. So so let me just comment upon this, that we're trying to improve our biblical retention or spiritual retention, you know, biblical memory. That has to do with verses and chapters. In this particular series, we're dealing with the bodily resurrection of Jesus. So I want you to learn where every single verse that has to do with Jesus' bodily resurrection in the New Testament, I want you to have that in your mind. And I want you to know the main, it doesn't have to be the main vein Greek words in every text. That's hard to do, because you got infinitives, you have participial constructions, you have like zone, you have infinitives like anastani, you have aorist tense, or perfect tense, I mean the future tense, ANGELO, liquid future. I mean, so you have a lot of constructions. So you just get to know the main words: ANGELO, ANASTASIS, ANASTASIS, you know, like that, you know. So just the main zone or so, just the main vein things, you know. It's good to know, you know, like, for example, the main vein resurrection chapters of Jesus have to do with the synoptic gospels, each of the last chapters in verse 6, and then John's gospel chapter 20, which is the second to last chapter, verse 9. And that's where you see one of the infinitive constructions in the series that has to do with Jesus' resurrection, you know. So it was quite I mean, if I were to do it all over again, but then I wanted to save time, I would upload the video before I do, then put the title right there. And then I have everything. I don't have to go back. I think that's the best, you know, you save time doing it the way I did it, but then you have to go all the way back. If you have a large series, just don't do it the way I did it. Just don't upload without putting titles. It's ridiculously difficult, you know. And then I have to go over here, okay, to upload in my video section, you understand, and it doesn't have the titles here. It doesn't have the titles, so that's the problem, you know. So I'm gonna have to poke the bear in each of these. Now I know that the X whatever is not a finished product, it's not a finished video, you know, project, and the VN is. Okay, that's the app that I'm using to make these videos, to edit them, you know. But I have to poke the bear and see each one. I mean, it's very difficult, you know. So you know. But let me just do another one. Let me do a couple. I hope it's still recording though. Let me see if it's still recording. I'll be a shame if it's not, because at the same time, I need those walkie-talkies, by the way. You see those walkie-talkies? I need some of those walkie-talkies to contact my wife about our baby because she's a special child, you know. Okay, it's still recording, and you know it's good to contact each other when we need each other, especially when I need her because she's mostly out of the house than I am, you know. So if she's around the village, then I can, you know, grab her easily, you know, if the baby needs medicine and stuff like that, you know. That's why you have the walkie-talkies popping up and stuff like that. But let's do another one, okay? Let me see another scene because, you know, we don't know where they are. That's the problem. All right, so we know we have Mark there. Let me see if it did it. Well, I mean, that's the editing, right? Is this editing or what? What is this? No, that's just regular. Let me see if it did it. Poke the bear right over here. I think it's recording now. Hi, my love. My baby. And it did. Mark chapter 8, verses 8 through 7. This is the deal. Okay, so it did that. That's good. So let's do like 2 more. In order to edit, though, I need to go to YouTube video editor, though. So I just can't do it just off of YouTube. I can, but you know, but maybe I can't. Okay, that's just the deal. All right, so let's get rid of that and go to the second video. You understand? And I think it locked up on me. Did it lock up on me? No, it didn't lock up on me. All right, so let's go to edit and see it doesn't have the verse. That's not helpful for people. They don't know which one it is, you know. So let's just poke the bear here and see. Okay, and see. Hi, my love. It's Anna. And so let's play this video. Let's see what it is about. I think it's recording now. Hi, my love. My baby's with me. Okay, I think I did it twice though. This is the deal. So that's not helpful though. If I did it twice, I mean, you know, one of them has to go. Anna. This is Angelo. Can you understand? Anna, stop. Let me go to YouTube and see. Let's see. See over here. The EX means Exodus, and I am means you know, the great I am, meaning where Jesus said in the Old Testament, even though he wasn't Jesus at the time. I couldn't fit everything like Exodus, you know, 3:14. You know, it has to do with the ministry. Also, that's the name of the ministry. I Am Ministries. So you know. I'm gonna check her soon again, because if she's making noise, that means that something's bothering her, you know, maybe. So let's see here. Everybody, this is Angelo. I don't think that's repeated. No. Ministries is designed. Okay, Luke 24. Dependable and accurate answers. It has to be Luke 24:39, the famous occurrence. I have Anna Devane here. Hi, Ann. Anna Devane made my baby, my special child, and I'm just being a little authoritative. All right, so and I think this is just to make sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. So Luke 24:39, so that's what I could do. So go back to video editor. Okay, video editor over here. And make sure that I have the right video. Okay. If it doesn't have the verse, then I'm at the right spot. Okay, it just says full Greek, so let me just poke the bear right there. Okay, and then capitalize everything. And put LK, and I'll look at it later to see if I did it. 24 correctly. 24, and then I'll put a colon though, because this has to do with 39. Even though I get into other scriptures though. Let's see where I'm at. Where's that colon at? right here, and then 39, and then I'll check it to see if I did it correctly. Usually I just type everything and I'll see if I did it right later. Okay, so that's just it. So this is, let me check it now. Okay. LK. You don't need to say Luke. Everybody knows that LK is a designation for Luke's gospel. You understand? 2439. And so that's helpful. It's very helpful for people. So let's do one more. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, but I'm the one who did it like that. So, I have to pay the price. So 1, 2, 3. Now imagine counting all these. So once I get into the high numbers, then I'm just gonna check out the video from the editor. Because then I'm not gonna remember. But I could get away with it now because there's only 3. So who can't count up to 3? You understand what I'm saying? Except for Charles Davis Russell and Joseph Smith. That's just a deal. But they're not. They're counting their eons of time now. And they can count all they want. They ain't gonna get out. You understand what I mean? If indeed they're there. Now, talking about Russell and Smith, I just lost my count. Is that Luke's?
Everybody, this is Angelo Quinones, MVV Ministries. Ministries is designed.
Okay, but what's the deal? Did I put that twice? Let me see the number. 10721, 107, no, 107, no, 2, actually, 2. 217, so that's not the same. Wait a minute, let me see.
Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to put my daughter.
209, no.
With me, guys. This is not a normal study in church like I used to do. Okay, I remember the last study I did in a church in the United States of America had to do with John chapter.
Okay, so this one is.
Guys, now this is an appendix, and this
okay,
is
Matthew
very long, so it might
14.
I think merit, this is apart from the study, because the study of Luke chapter 24 verse 39. And Jesus commanding the disciples to touch and to see him. Okay, eat that day and so on. Okay, this is very long, but this is very important because there are thoughts that were sort of crossed over from this event to the resurrection. Jesus had to say, no, I'm not a ghost. Now, I think that the NIV is using the word ghost because we tend to think of a ghost as not having a body. So that's why they didn't use the word spirit. Because
I'm trying to see what verse I'm talking about.
Even though Jesus said
so we know it's Matthew chapter 14.
But I think ghost, there's a more like immateriality to that word, if you will. It's like ghost, a ghost story, or just a ghost appearing, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to hook this up with Luke chapter 24, verse 39.
Ghost stories and stuff like that. So there's something about that German word.
Because they thought that he was a ghost in this chapter also.
Lends itself to immateriality. I think that's why they chose it. I'm just guessing, but I think that's why. Now let's check out the story, and I'm gonna tie up. Okay, I'm gonna tie this. I'm gonna link this story.
I hope I read it, for God's sake.
There are thoughts that appear in both stories. Okay, they thought that he was a ghost in this story, and then they thought that he was a ghost, after the resurrection, which was bodily, by the way, and then they had to figure that out by touching and seeing him. That's what I'm saying. So it says something like this. It says in verse 23. It says, "Okay, after he, meaning Christ, has sent the crowd away, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. And when it was evening, he was there alone." Okay, which is a good thing to do. When you pray, just be alone. You don't want nobody to nag you. Is that what I'm saying? Verse 24. "But the boat was already a long distance from the land." Let me stop there. There was a lady in Australia. I forgot her name though, and thank God. Who wants to remember people like that anyway? But and it said that
Let me see if I could get there.
spirits can do. I mean, you see him going through walls and
but
popping up and appearing
seeming let me see
in the midst of the
when.
disciples and stuff like that, saying it was sexy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have it opened up, so it's probably one of those. It has to be one of those teas.
When the disciples saw him
he was a ghost
walking. Oh, this is right. Look at 26.
That's why he went up to the mountain to pray for the disciples, that they wouldn't be swallowed up in this
it is a ghost. Okay, that's verse 26. Okay,
or whatever they were in.
Verse 26. Got it already.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And Jesus in Matthew's gospel stopped the hurricane.
Okay. So let's go to the video editor and then put 26. And I'm just going to do 3 because, a lot will be too much for you guys. But this is what I actually do. And maybe I'll show you what I do on the VN side of things. So that'll be kind of a nice treat for you guys. So this is the 3rd video, I believe, right? So, that's just the deal. Okay. So I'll put I'll capitalize it. Put the M and T, double T though. You don't really need to put a double T, but still. Okay. Matthew. And that's 14, I think it was. 14. And then the colon again. Be careful with the semicolons. Don't do that. And I think it was verse 26. And this is a good rehash because this is very important to link up with Luke chapter 24, verse 39. You understand? So that's just it. So let's see if I did it correctly. Okay, I see the 1426. I did it right. MTT. Oh, am I supposed to put MA? MATT? I think I'm supposed to put MATT, right? So let me just put MA though. Okay. Matthew. That's everybody should know that. Matthew, double T, and all this other good stuff. The stuff of God. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'll put, by Angelo Quinones much, much later. During this month or next year, maybe, who knows? I'm just saying. Okay, so let me save it. You understand? And then the tags. This is the thing also. Then I have to tag it so people can find the stuff of God. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to do a lot of things. Just with one video, you have to tag it. You have to put the titles. You have to put the thumbnail. You have to edit. There's a lot of things that go on to do one video. Now let me just show you the video studio that I use. Maybe you can use it. VN is very good and it's free. Okay, it's not Corel Video Studio. I'm not gonna say it's like that, but it's one of the next best things, especially being free. You know what I mean? So you just when you do a new video, you press the plus sign. And then you press new project. Wait, my love, I'm coming, my love. I'm coming. Okay, let me see. This is picture, so forget that. Go to your video board. And then you're gonna see a video there. Okay. You get rid of this. So if you just want to edit something, okay. Let's import by pressing it. And then you can just check it out by tapping it. Check out, just check it out.
So let's get going. Just do the Greek again.
Okay, you can press check mark if you want. It doesn't make a difference, or backspace or whatever on your phone. And then you can press, what's that, next? What is that? Everything that always gets in the way. Goodness gracious, next. VN, remember, VN on your Android Play Store. Okay? So that's just it. So you could just edit by just using your finger to drag like that. And so if you want to just edit, you just play it.
All right, so let's get going. Just do the Greek again. While my baby's sleeping, get the pictures on my phone here. I think it's over here. So that's just the deal. Also, let me see. Mark chapter 8. So let's get going there. All right, I'm recording. recording, so go.
Okay. Usually when I say go, it's time to edit right then and there. Either I sneezed, or I did a mistake, or I'm starting a video, whatever the case may be. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. Then that's where I'm going to use the scissors. And that's what you just use the scissors, and you just, go back with your finger, slide it with your finger. And the line that you see, that's right, just like steady, that's not moving, it's just in the middle of your phone. You just place it right over the clip that you don't want, and press the garbage can tab, and then it's going to edit right there. See, watch. Press play.
Okay. So, Father, in Jesus' name.
Okay. So if you want to add something either to the end of the video or to the beginning of the video, you just press that little tiny film clip with the plus sign. And let's say I want to add something before that video. I just choose from there. Let's say import it, press next, and it's right there. Okay, it's right there. This is another clip now. You see, it's another clip. This is the one that I had before. This is the one that I put before it. Now you could go after, and when this sermon is finished, you can put something else if you want, either a picture or whatever the case may be. Okay, and just go all the way to the back. Okay, and do it like that. And I mean, you can. I think there's a front space button over here. They could do it much quicker than what I'm doing, But if you don't want this title edition thing, you could just press garbage can, get rid of that, and import by pressing the plus sign, and do the same process all over again. Import another video, blah blah blah. Next, and another clip is gonna show right there. And you can just edit and stuff like that, and add things and transitions. Let's see if I can add a transition. Let me see. Wait for a second. Where's the clip? So I can add a transition. I usually add the sort of fade white sort of, transition, and you can lengthen it, and you can check it out, and if it's okay, press the check button, and then that's just the deal. Now I'm not doing something, perfect. So I'm just doing it.
Yeah, I'm still recording. 1 hour. Wow.
Can you see?
I think it's recording now. Hi, Ann, my love. My
Okay.
baby.
Wait for a second. Now, let's say you like your project and stuff like that. Now, you can actually control these things. You can make it bigger.
Baby's with me.
You can make it bigger if you want, like that. You can change the way it looks according to your video. 9.1, 1.1, original size, 16.9. So you can change it around. If it's upside down, just press the rotate button, and put it right side up. Let's see over here. Rotate button. Where's the rotate button? See over here. Wait for a second. And you can just change it around. See that rotate button right there? ROTAT. You just press that until it's right side up, okay? And then, and that's good when there's a actual video being played, or a picture, being displayed, and it's not right side up, it's upside down or sideways or something, which happens sometimes, okay? Basically, that's about it. You have the clock, which is very small. I don't like the size of this clock at all. For me, being visually impaired like I am, I used to have to use a magnifying glass for that clock. It says over here, 1 hour, 19 minutes, 22 seconds, and 25th fifths of a second, and then and you have the original clip length, and that's gonna vary if you edit. You have your play button, obviously, and then that's just the deal. You can import, over audio clip. You can press the audio clip, and it'll go to your audio folder. Go to your audio folders and stuff like that, music folder, effects, record, and I mean record. You could actually record, I believe, there. And you could get some recordings from your phone, and you could do an overlay. And also you could poke the bear. You could poke the video itself, and you got options here also. Okay. So that's it. You could make a duplicate. Let's say if you have a video, let's say like 10 seconds long, some sort of special effect or something like that, you want it longer, you just press duplicate and it's going to reduplicate the video, and then you'll have two of them. I use that sometimes. What else? Oh, yeah, this has a lot of features. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good app, and it's free, like I said before. It's free. You can buy it. You can buy, the full scale version of it, though. Like I said, nothing is Corel Video Studio unless you're in your Adobe, sort of, and other professional editing, softwares, programs, or whatever, But I used to like when I was in the United States, I always used Corel Video Pro X6. What happened, my love? Is she okay, huh? Oh, yeah. Our baby scares us sometimes. She's a special child, so she scares us. We have to constantly be checking her, So basically, that's it for now that I'm going to do. And there's other features here. And, as you use it, there's unlockables. How do you finalize it? Well, let's say you're finished with your project. I'm not going to go all the way to the beginning. Let's say you're finished with your project. Just press that it says that is that arrow that's pointing upwards to the top right hand corner. Just press that, okay, and it's going to bring you to export, and just press the export button, and then if you have room, I don't know if I have room, but I'm going to have to probably delete something, but it's just going to have a time bar, a percentage bar. It's just going to have something like that. I don't have any room, so I don't. I have to delete some stuff. But what's going to happen is just you're going to have your press that button and press the export, and a percentage bar is going to pop up with 0% and up to 100%. You have to wait, and then your project is going to be finished. Okay, basically that's it for now. But that's what I have to go through. I have to, especially when it's like a very big. Because I don't like mistakes on my videos. I don't like, glaring mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but remember, this is for God's people and the people yet to be born. Okay, or whatever the case may be. So I want it as nice as possible for everybody. So let's say if I say the aorist tense by mistake and it's the perfect tense, well, I'm gonna, and if it's so glaring like that, I might correct myself in the video, but sometimes I don't, and I have to edit it out, or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? But let's say if I want to put an appendix, let's say if I want to put it, hi, my love. Let's say if I want to put an appendix. Well, I could put an appendix or a prefix or whatever the case may be. There goes the walkie-talkies again. I need those walkie-talkies, hon. If I want to add a special thought or something like that, it's going to run me a few minutes, or even sometimes it runs longer. Well, you could put it as an appendix. You could put it as a prefix. So you could go to the back of the video and add it. You could go to the front of the video and add it. Tell people this is a prefix and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I have to do to get a video up there. It's just not. Yeah, and then of course you have to study, and all this, and so So again, just getting it up on YouTube is not the only thing. You have to tag it, and you have to do this, and you have to do that, and that's just one video. I did, in this series, the ANASTASIS series, and let me get you back over here, and I'll let you go. I did like about 80 studies. So you have to replicate, and some things are harder than others to do. All of these things, all of these different, and sometimes they're doubled, by mistake, uploaded, uh, twice by mistake, And I know that by just looking at the minutes. If the minutes match 100%, like 10701 and 10705, well, I know it's not the same one. If it says 10701 and 10701, I know it's the same thing. Especially when they're close together like that, But there's a lot of stuff that goes on doing a ministry. A ministry on the phone. Like I used to have in the United States of America, people calling me from all over the United States, from Texas, from California, from New York, where I used to be from Florida, Tony from Florida, from Missouri, Mark from Missouri, Stephen from California, Paul from, I think he was in California, a military person from North Carolina, even from Canada. I forgot his name. He sent me a book, by the way. It's challenging. It's less time because you're constantly getting phone calls and debating people and stuff like that. That I don't have to do anymore because I'm in the Philippines. I don't have to debate anybody anymore and stuff like that. I miss those debates though. But I have them recorded, so I constantly get back and get ideas, of what to avoid and what to strengthen and stuff like that in the future when I come up across Jehovah's Witnesses, even here in the Philippines. Sometimes they come. It's very rare that they come, but I think it was like twice. I think since I lived here, I think that they came like maybe 2 or 3 times in 4 years in this spot. So it's not like every Saturday they come in the United States and knock your door. No. I just asked my wife the other day, and I think that they come like once every week. Do they come like once every month? Something like that? Do they come once every month? She said, oh, that means yes, in Filipino. They come like once every month, and I said, they don't come every Saturday. So anyway, I'm going to let you go because basically, my wife is sleepy. She wants to go to sleep, and then my baby Sean is sleeping, and Anna is Anna. So she's gonna sleep like in a couple of hours, maybe. So I'm gonna continue to do this while I let you guys go. And thank you for the subscriptions. It's growing little by little. It's not like my first channel, Angelo Kiki Quinones, which has over 3,000 subscriptions. But this is trickling in, and which is, I started last year with about 5 or 3 subscriptions, and now is well over that. And so, as I add things that are not my own and of my own here from my memory cards and stuff like that, let's say put some Walter Martin videos and Dr. Cook and James Boyce and people like that in Barnhouse, well then it's going to grow. It's eventually going to grow into a whole bunch of subscriptions. But before I let you go, I don't really care about that now. I care about the stuff getting out there, and then either before God takes me home or after God takes me home, this is going to grow. So I don't really mind that now. I don't care about subscriptions like people who do New York Yankee or New York Knicks channels. They that's what they care about. They care about the subscriptions and their super chats and all this mumble jumble. I don't care about that. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that anyway if it grew, super chats and stuff like that. Freely you receive, freely give. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna attend to my baby. She's not crying. If she would have been crying, I would have been at her bed in a moment's glance. But she's not crying. But before that gets to that point, and I'm gonna make me some hot milk anyway. I'm gonna get there. So this is Angelo Quinones. I hope you can appreciate more of my videos after seeing this stuff. This is Angelo Quinones giving glory to the God of Yisrael. Okay, so God is not the God of the dead, but of the living, and it fits the series to a T. Remember, this is the great Anastasis series. There's nothing like it on YouTube. I could guarantee it. With the millions of videos that you have on YouTube, okay, there's nothing like it at all. This is a very ambitious series, just like the Trinity series is a very ambitious series. You know, I mean, it's a big undertaking. I plan, God willing, to, and I'm almost finished. I just have Hebrews and Luke to look at, even though I went through Luke chapter 24 to see the resurrection, Jesus' resurrection, verses. Verses that have to do only with Jesus' resurrection from the dead. Not ours and not the unjust's, okay? Just his. Clearly stated. It has to be clearly stated. That's the qualification of a verse like that. You know, it has to state clearly that Jesus was raised, clearly, or he was raised, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? If it doesn't say it, it doesn't qualify as a Jesus resurrection verse. So that's just this is a very, very ambitious series. It'll probably reach 100, God willing, and if it didn't already, and or near it, 80 or 70 or 60 or whatever, And so that's it. Take care, guys. Bye-bye now. God bless. God bless you, and blessings to you, and thank you so much for subscribing. Please subscribe to my channel if you didn't already, and thank you for viewing this video, and hopefully the videos in this folder. I didn't create the folder yet, but by the time you probably see this video, the folder has been created already. Okay? Anastasis. Somatika Anastasis tu Yesu Christu Kuriu Hemon. The bodily resurrection of Jesus Christ our Lord. The bodily resurrection is the capstone of Christianity. Remove it and all else crumbles. It's a singular doctrine that elevated Christianity above all the pagan religions of the world. Thank you.